That is going to make us start thinking of spring. Couldn't get here soon enough. And if you're ready to turn that corner, you may want to make an appointment with my next guest, Dr. Sam Shatkin, over at the Aesthetic Associate Center to make sure the bod is in great shape. So good morning. How are you?
Good to be back.
Good to have you back, Doc. Yeah, let's talk about getting ready for spring and, yes, summer, which we know is out there somewhere.
Right. Well, the weather will change, and there's no better time to get ready for the summer than thinking about it in the spring. Sometimes patients will call up, in June and say, okay, I'm ready for my breast augmentation or liposuction, and that's a little bit too late. But now is plenty of time for us to get you ready for the summer.
And there's a lot of things you can do non-surgically and surgically as well.
Right. Well, that's the greatest thing. The technologies have changed now where we can do some things with body contouring using lasers and different things. We use the product called Sculpture. We can actually reduce body fat just by using a laser. It's a 20-minute treatment. Each time we do the treatment, you get about 15 to 20% reduction of the fat. So if you just got localized areas of fat, that's perfect. And then we've got some men and women that need more body contouring, some for massive weight loss, and for the women that want a mommy makeover after they've had their children. And we can offer that with more of a surgical procedure, and that's a great way to reshape and recontour.
Now, we have some pictures here out front which we're looking at, and the stomach pictures, that's a before and after, and that is actually your patient, right?
Right, that's one of my patients after having a tummy tuck. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit on that, it would be good. But basically, the operation is a overnight stay in the hospital. They go home the next day. The patients really can get dramatically improvement in contour. This is one of the treatments with the Sculpture, the non-surgical method.
Wow, what a difference.
With the treatment, it's very similar to the product that's the cold sculpting that you might have heard about, but the Sculpture is nicer because there's no downtime at all. They immediately go ahead and get back to their normal activity, and this is a patient that can get
You're going home after this. This is not the other one we were talking about.
This is non-surgical, right? This is non-surgical. It's a 20-minute treatment in the office. You come in, you get the treatment, you go back out. But it does take a few treatments to achieve this result. Usually about 2 or 3 treatments.
Okay, maybe if we can show a picture of the other one and get a close-up of that. That's the overnight stay.
That's a tummy tuck patient. So we can go back to that picture that we have on the brochure. Flip to the brochure now that's on our table here in front of us.
Yeah, if we can look at this pic. There we go. Camera's getting it now.
Yeah, there you go.
The one that says stomach.
Right. So, these are procedures that are very well tolerated. The patients have some downtime, but it's relatively minor, and patients always ask about how much pain they're going to have. Relatively minor discomfort. First couple days are a little bit tougher than after that, but patients seem to do great. But this is the way to get that tummy nice and flat, especially if we're talking about after mommy makeover. Great procedure to do. And of course you see the picture of the breast and the other adjacent brochure. That is breast augmentation, breast lift. Some of it is mommy makeover, where we're trying to correct some of the changes that those kids took care of with mom.
It's time for mom. Let's pick up New Beauty, because you are featured in that this month.
Well, yeah, it's sort of a nice thing. New Beauty magazine is a great magazine that's available on all the shelves at the Barnes & Noble and all the department stores. But our magazine happens to be featuring us this month.
Yes, it does.
And this is a great issue. And we give away these as complimentary. If they do come into our office, they can have that. And it has a lot of great features on health and wellness and beauty. And that's why we're happy to align with New Beauty magazine. A great way for patients to learn about these types of procedures. If they don't have a chance to get into our office right away, they can learn about it already with New Beauty magazine. But we want you to come in so we can help you with your issues and concerns.
And Doc, you have been wonderful in this area for years. We want people to know you are a board-certified plastic surgeon. People should look for that. They should look for you when they're looking for these treatments. It makes a difference.
Thanks, Linda, for bringing that up. I have patients that come in and they ask me what's important about a board certification. I basically tell them you wouldn't have a plumber do your electrical work. All right. So if you're going to that expert, and you wouldn't go to a internal medicine doctor if you really have a major cardiac heart problem, you go to a cardiologist. So go to that specialist that can better take care of it. And that specialist is trained in surgery. I'm a board certified plastic surgeon. There are board certified doctors out there that may offer some of these body contouring procedures, but unless they're certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery, then they're really not with that background and knowledge to manage not only the procedure, but potentially other issues and problems that might come up, and that's where patients might have more problems, and we don't want that to happen.
No, and again,
yeah.
Great time of year to go now. It's still winter in this area, but we're going to be making that turn to spring, and you want to be ready. Again, first things first, make a call out to the Aesthetic Associate Center. Let Dr. Shatkin and his great staff help you make some recommendations if there are recommendations to be made, and you're gonna love the way you look.
I'm glad you said great staff, because I do have a tremendous team, both at our office and also Trey Ray Spa, which is right at the Wyndham Hotel in Williamsville. So you know, if you have anything that bothers you when you look in the mirror, you should come to us.
Absolutely. Dr. Sam Shatkin with the Aesthetics Associate Center right there at 2500 Kensington Avenue in Buffalo. Also very close to the Trey Ray Spa, which is always a good time of year to head there. And they're one of their neighbors on Main Street in Williamsville. Just go to greatlook.com for more information.